Coach, team gets up 2-1, and all of a sudden, quickly, Bridgeport gets a tying goal. The way things have been going right now, does it seem just difficult times for your team right now? Just
the difficult times right now are the offensive part of the game. We've actually been checking very well. We haven't given up many leads when we've had it, especially when you get into the late in the game. We've been very responsible, getting the big save at the right time. But unfortunately, the shorthanded goal has been a major concern for us all year long. Last night we give up 2, and you give up a big goal here tonight that makes a difference in the game. You know, we just lose 3 people down trying to recover the puck on the half board. We have our forward on the back end. Actually, his first game maybe this year on the back end, and he gets pinching down, just a misread on it, and now we give up those situations. It was a tough one because I like the way the guys dug in here tonight. There was a lot of emotion, lots of energy. The fans were tremendous here in this building, and everybody wanted to do the right thing and come out on the right side of the game here tonight. So it was a tough break for us.
Would you have liked to see a little bit more on the power play? You guys had plenty of chances, but didn't capitalize other than that one on the 5-on-3.
Yeah, well, power play has been a concern all year long. We're one of the lower teams in the league on the power play, and that comes right back to the offensive part of the game where we're having trouble scoring. And we had those problems right from the very beginning of the year. We're a little reluctant to put pucks to the net sometimes. I think in the second period, Cousins scores simply by throwing a puck to the net. It finds a hole, it finds a way to go into the net. There was a couple of other pucks that went to the net where it seemed to find a way to get through them. It almost went in off the back post, the one other chance I'm thinking of. But we're reluctant to pull the trigger. You know, you don't have to make that perfect play. You just got to get pucks to the net in the game today. I think most times in the NHL and the AHL, putting pucks to the net off the wing is now encouraged more often, because it's not to necessarily score on the original shot. It's more to get pucks there, look for loose pucks, rebounds, something coming back, and crash the net for, on the weak side. And we're not doing that on a consistent basis. And I think that's a process that you got to go through as a young group.
Speaking of Cousins, how would you say he's doing so far in his first year? I mean, at the first full season in the NHL.
You know what? There's games. The line that I had together early in the season was Straka, Cousins, Alderson were our best line in any given game. Played very well. Now it gets to the middle part of the season. It's long. It's hard. Playing 3-on-3 is very difficult. It's just part of the process you go through as a young player. You're going to have those games. If you're lacking on the physical strength side of things, you're not mature yet as a young athlete, you're going to have some tough nights. And they've been going through it. But the good thing is they keep working at it. They keep plugging away. Tonight I thought his game was pretty good. He was skating. He was moving his feet the whole game. That's something that he doesn't do on a consistent basis, that he's learning. And the one thing on the real positive side of Cousins, he can make plays in areas of the ice under pressure in tight spaces that a lot of players cannot. He finds a way to get it done. It's a knack. It's a skill. So you got to keep pushing a young guy like this on the physical side of things to get into the off ice in the summertime and spend your time there to get stronger and more mature.
Bridgeport was playing from behind the net a lot early in the game. That's how they ended up scoring, with that guy sort of sneaking in, and they almost had another chance later. Was that something you addressed after the first period, sort of letting that guy?
Yeah, well, our D got caught in the blue paint on that play. The puck is below. We got to have coverage there. I think we could have got the stick on the pass from that player that was behind the net, but our defenseman got stuck in the blue paint too far away from the shooter. He scores. And shortly after that, they have another play exactly the same as the defenseman sneaking in on the back door. And that's when we're coming inside of our D zone outside of the dots. We're too wide. We've got to come back in tighter, and you intercept those kinds of plays. Yeah, we addressed it. Again, we're pretty good at checking. I think I go back, in the early part of January, we were the #1 team in the league in our goals against. So overall, this young group of guys have bought in and dug in and done a pretty good job there on that part of it.
Talk to me about Truback. What went into the thought process of starting him here tonight, first time since December?
Well, we needed more from last night. We didn't get it. That was one of the things that I took into consideration. And the other part of it, I think Chubak, he gives a chance here tonight. He played well. You know, he competes, he battles, he found some pucks that were very difficult saves with a lot of traffic around him. And you know, the third goal, I'd like to see him have that one over again. I think he caught his skate in a rut in the ice. He just couldn't seem to get that right leg across to make the play that he wanted to. But he gives a chance to win here tonight. I like this game.
Speaking of younger faces, you see guys like Flanagan stepping up, getting a little more ice time, even with the suspensions and everything. What are you seeing from them?
Good things, good play. Flanagan is a skilled player. He's not a big player. He's not going to overwhelm you on the compete battle board play, but he's got skill. He sees the ice. He makes good plays with composure. I used him on the blue line on the power play here today. That's one of the first times I did that this year. And that's more of a reward because I do like what's been going on probably in the last 5-6 games with Brown, Flanagan, and Mangine. They've really carried a big part of the workload, and they deserve more ice time because of their play.
And, speaking of the first period, it was pretty active. How much of that was due, in fact, to a large crowd? It's a lot different from the GFCC.
No, I don't think the crowd had anything to do with that. That's just two guys competing hard, battling hard. Bridgeport have been playing well. They've got, I think, 11 wins in their last 13 games going into this one, so they're on a pretty good roll. And we're aware that we needed to play a kind of game that we've been playing here the last several games, and it's just two guys trying to battle for space. You're battling for inches out there in the game today, and stuff happens. Okay.